Yo, Lily! I was just looking through my contact list and I was surprised to see that I still had your number. Man, but let me tell you what, that wasn't even half as much of a surprise as what happened earlier today.
Oh, hey, Ken. Yeah, I was pretty surprised too.
Right? Like, what are the chances? I moved to a new apartment, I'm scoping out the neighborhood, then I get hungry, so I pop into the convenience store right down the road from my apartment, and boom! I run into you for the first time since college. And then you told me that you actually lived right next door to that store. It's a small world, huh?
Couldn't say that again. I had just gone into the store looking to buy an eraser. I was definitely not expecting to see you.
Oh, and hey, the coincidences don't stop there. I'm actually starting a part-time job at that convenience store next week.
Wow, really? Oh, that's cool. Well, I guess that means we might start bumping into each other more regularly, huh?
I guess it depends on how often you need to buy erasers. You know, you really haven't changed much at all since we were in college.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you're still wearing the same old worn-out, lame, boring clothes as you always used to.
You think my clothes are lame and boring?
Yeah, you know me, I'm a straight shooter. And good grief, girl, those clothes look like you pulled them out of the dumpster of a thrift shop. Like, what was up with that outfit anyway?
My outfit? I was just wearing my normal clothes, I guess. A t-shirt, jeans, sandals.
Yeah, exactly. What kind of girl actually walks around in public like that?
This one, I guess. I go to that store an awful lot, and I know most of the staff on a first-name basis. So, I don't know. I guess I never really feel the need to dress up at all when I'm only popping over to buy something really quick.
Listen, Lily, I'm telling you this is a friend, all right? You're a girl. You need to be taking better care of yourself. Put on a proper shirt, some makeup, little perfume wouldn't hurt. Like, I genuinely can't believe you were able to walk around in public looking like that without dying of embarrassment. What were you thinking? Your clothes were an absolute disaster area. They looked absolutely ragged.
Did it really? I don't feel like it's that worn out. I only bought that shirt a few months ago. The jeans I've had a bit longer, but not for more than a year or so.
You really don't get it, do you? Tell me, Lily, how much did you spend on that entire outfit? $30? $40? It couldn't have cost you any more than $50.
I don't really remember an exact number, but yeah, you're probably in the ballpark.
Okay, so yeah, I was exactly right then. It wouldn't even matter if those clothes were all brand spanking new. An outfit that cheap looks like 50-year-old hand-me-downs to me.
I see.
So the next time we see each other, I'd appreciate it if you would make yourself just a bit more presentable, all right? Oh, and I mentioned this before, but whoever told you that you were naturally beautiful and didn't need any makeup, they were lying to you. You need a lot of work. If we're going to be associated with each other, then you're going to need to look like someone who's on my level. Get what I mean?
Well, no, I don't really get what you mean. But if how I look bothers you that much, then you could just, not talk to me.
Excuse me?
To make a long story short, for my work, I need to be able to move around easily. That's why I was wearing the clothes I was today. You might even say that's like my work uniform. So, yeah, as much as we were friendly back in college, I'm not going to change the way I dress just to please you.
I take it back. You have changed since college.
I'm sorry to have disappointed you. See you, Ken.
Oh no, Lily, please, for the love of God! You just came into my convenience store wearing the exact ragged clothes you were wearing before! How many times is that now? I lost track at 10!
Good evening, Ken. I'm glad to see you have enough free time at work to text former college classmates about how much you dislike their attire. But really? It's a convenience store that's literally right next door to my place. I don't really feel like I need to dress up like I'm about to walk a Paris runway to grab a hot dog and a fountain drink.
Well, you could at least do better than your outfit today, which, if I had to describe it, was more like you were about to walk downtown to go panhandling. Another day, another cheap t-shirt and old jeans.
I'm pretty sure I explained this to you before. These are the clothes I wear for work.
Aha, sure. Work, huh? Tell me, Lily, how do you go to work when you just stay cooped up in your apartment all day?
I'm sorry, what are you saying?
I'm saying the jig is up, Lily. I know.
What do you know?
That you're not actually going to work. You don't have any kind of job, do you?
Not that it's any of your business, but yes, I do have a job. It just so happens that I'm able to work from home.
Is that so? Interesting. Why don't you go ahead and tell me all about this fascinating job of yours?
I'm an artist.
Oh, I get it. You spend all your time doing those adult coloring books, right?
No, I'm an illustrator and I draw for a living.
Are you kidding me? What kind of living can you make by drawing pictures? Tell you what, I got some old college textbooks full of drawings I did while bored in class. Think I could get a few bucks for those?
Probably not, no. Despite what you think, this is actually a very competitive industry. Only the best of the best can actually make something of themselves doing this.
Yeah, sure, whatever, very impressive. Anyway, we need to get back to the more pressing issue here.
And that is?
The fact that there is absolutely nothing feminine about you in the slightest.
I never asked for your opinion on my femininity, Ken.
Tell you what, I think I know exactly what you need. My girlfriend has unbelievably great fashion sense. How about I set you two up for a meeting, and she can help give you a much-needed makeover.
Oh, you have a girlfriend?
I know, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm taken.
I'm less disappointed and more just surprised.
Oh, yeah? Well, you shouldn't be. Julie is my girlfriend.
Julie? You don't by any chance mean the Julie who I was roommates with in college, do you?
Yeah, she's the one. I gotta say, back in college, Julie and you both look just like you do right now. But holy smokes, I bumped into her a while back, and wow! She had her hair done up all pretty, she was wearing a gorgeous outfit, she had makeup on like she actually cares about her appearance. She was like a whole new woman.
Huh. Yeah, that makes sense to me. You know that Julie's mom is a fashion designer, right? And that she launched her own brand?
Yeah, I knew about that, but, so what?
So Julie's mom talked to her a few years ago about Julie one day taking over the brand. Julie said she was interested, so she started working close together with her mom every day. I understand that most of the clothes she wears around town are her company's products.
Oh, I guess that's cool. So wait, are you and Julie still talking and stuff?
Yeah, from time to time. She hadn't told me anything about getting a boyfriend, though. That's why I was so surprised earlier when you said you were dating her. I found out both that she had a boyfriend and that it was you at the same time.
I see. I guess she probably didn't break the news to you out of pity.
Huh? Pity?
But anyway, now you know, Julie finally became the sort of stylish, attractive girl who's worthy of being my girlfriend. So I asked her out, and the rest is history.
Is there anything else you wanted to talk to me about?
Huh? Oh, nah, not really, I guess.
Cool. Then if you don't mind, I need to go. I'm in the middle of a big project, and I'm really busy right now.
Ah, gotcha. Let me think. I bet you'd probably be able to sell one of your little drawings for about $1 or so. So does that mean you have to do 10 drawings an hour to get minimum wage? Yikes, you must be busy. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Lily, why didn't you tell me you had an older sister?
Older sister?
Yeah, I just saw this absolute hottie walking out of your apartment.
I'm sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't have an older sister.
Oh, then was that your younger sister?
The only sibling I have is an older brother who doesn't even work in this state.
Huh, that's weird. I've seen your mom come into the store before, so I know it's not her.
Perhaps you saw a ghost?
Nah, I don't believe in ghosts, and even if I did, I don't think ghosts are that hot.
Okay, well, then I don't know what to tell you. The only woman in my family other than myself is my mom.
But then, who was that babe that just walked out of your apartment?
Who knows?
Well, you must know. I saw her this morning around 9 a.m., and my God, you should have seen her. Her makeup was absolutely flawless. She was wearing a luxury brand pantsuit and high heels, and the way she walked, wow! It was like watching a cool spring breeze blowing through a grassy field. This girl absolutely oozed wealth and status from every single fiber of her being.
Wait a second. This girl walked out of my apartment at 9 a.m. wearing a pantsuit?
Do you mean you remembered who she is? Tell me! Tell me right now!
I'm pretty sure the girl you saw was me.
What? That was you?
Yeah, I had a meeting with a client this morning, so, I had to make myself look presentable and all that.
Oh my God!
Okay, maybe I don't dress up like that all too often, but did I really look all that differently from usual?
Okay, I get it now. I never knew you had such a cute and playful side, Lily.
I have a cute and playful side?
Yeah, I see what's going on here. You wanted me to see you, didn't you? You wanted to show off how good you can look when you really put your mind to it, so you got all dressed up and put on a show just for me.
I have no idea what could have possibly given you that impression.
You did your best to hide it, but I can see right through you, Lily. But hey, I'm proud of you. You're finally being honest about your feelings for me.
Oh, no.
Nah, there's nothing you need to be all oh no about. I really do wish you could have been more honest from the get-go.
Ken, what on earth are you going on about?
Aw, man, you're getting shy again.
No, I'm not shy. I'm genuinely confused. Could you please just come right out and say exactly what you mean?
Man, are you really gonna make me say it? This is the sort of thing that you really ought to be saying yourself. It would be way cuter if you did it that way.
I'm not trying to be cute, Ken. Just say what you mean.
All right, if that's what you really want. You're finally admitting that you have a crush on me, and I'm finally ready to allow you to be my new girlfriend.
What?
Congratulations, Lily. You've been waiting a long time for this moment, haven't you? I'll bet you're jumping up and down like a girl in a romantic comedy movie right now.
I'm actually not.
Go ahead, you can admit it. I've known since back when we were in college that you had a crush on me.
Excuse me?
I saw the way you looked at me when we walked by each other on campus, when we had the same classes together. You were practically screaming that you had a crush on me.
I was doing no such thing.
Seriously, you've got nothing to worry about. I didn't pay you any attention back then because you had no style, but that's all in the past. Now that you've become more honest with yourself and are trying your best to impress me. And man, you really hit it out of the park with that outfit this morning. And another thing, that pantsuit was from a really high-end brand. So you must be making a pretty good amount of money, right?
My aunt made me that pantsuit as a present after I graduated from college.
Nah, I know a good brand when I see it. There's no way that was handmade. But anyway, I'm proud to say that you are officially qualified to be my wife.
Ken?
What is it, darling?
You're creeping me out. Whatever this is, knock it off.
Why?
For starters, what about Julie? Didn't you say the two of you were dating?
Oh, her? Yeah, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to bench her for now.
Meaning what?
Meaning from now on, you're gonna be my #1 girl.
I'll pass.
Pass? Are you serious? I think your shy and bashful routine has gone on long enough, Lily. I've gone pretty far out of my way to help you out here. I'm willing to make you my #1, but that's only if you're prepared to play the part. That means you need to be a lot more honest with yourself.
I'm serious, Ken. This is really, really creepy, and I want you to stop. And another thing, you're extremely confused about a lot of things, so let me clear things up for you.
I don't think I'm confused about anything.
I'm sure you don't. For starters, regarding the outfit you saw me wearing today, that's how I always dress when I go to meet with clients.
It is?
Yeah, so I didn't go out of my way to dress up just to impress you. There's only one person who I'd actually dress up for, My fiancé.
Your fiancé?
And another thing, you said you were dating Julie, right?
Well, yeah, but, I guess if you're not available, then I'll just keep going out with her.
Julie says that she's not dating you. She just said that she ran into you in town one day, and after that, you started bombarding her with texts every day. She's apparently considering talking to the police if you continue.
The police? But if it bothers her that much, why not just block me?
She said she really wants to block you, but would feel bad about it since you were friendly back in college. But now you know how she really feels, so stop texting her. Got it?
Wait. How do you know that's how she feels?
She literally told me right now. I'm having lunch with her.
What? But why?
Because she wants me to design a mascot for her company's brand. We're meeting up for lunch today to discuss the details.
A mascot? You do that?
I told you I was an artist, right? That's what I do.
Whoa! That's crazy!
No, you are. And as such, both Julie and I will be blocking your number right now. Just a few days after I sent that final text message and blocked his number, I stopped seeing him at the convenience store. I was friendly with the store manager, so I asked him if Ken had changed shifts or what. Apparently there was an incident involving Ken and a college freshman girl that just got hired. He got the idea in his head that she was crazy about him, so he walked up to her from behind, gave her a big hug, and said, "How's it feel to be my next girlfriend?" She screamed, obviously, and it was so loud that some residents of nearby apartment buildings called the police. He had also been drawing complaints for putting the moves on young female customers, so the manager fired him on the spot. I never saw him again after that, but I did hear something of an update from a friend of mine. After he got fired, he just stayed holed up in his apartment all day, not even leaving to buy food. He spent all his money on delivery to the point that he was unable to pay his rent. His landlord contacted his parents, who came to pick him up and dragged him back home to live with them. I don't know what he's doing now, but I'm really glad I'll never have to deal with him again.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Celeste, hey! I hope I'm not catching you while you're working. Hi, Gia. No worries, I'm on break right now, so it's totally fine. What's up? Something on your mind? Not really anything urgent or serious. It's just, I haven't seen you at the kindergarten lately. Your husband's been doing drop-off and pick-up for a while now, hasn't he? Yeah. Actually, I just got promoted to a full-time position at the place I've been working part-time at for years. Oh, wow! Congratulations! That's amazing! Thank you. Because of that, my work hours shifted a bit. And right now, my husband's schedule is more flexible than mine, so we figured it made sense for him to handle drop-offs and pickups for the time being. Wait, wasn't your husband working a regular office job? How's he managing with the flexible schedule? Is he doing remote work or something? Yeah, more or less, something like that. He's able to work from home most days, so it gives us a little wiggle room. I see. So I guess we'll be seeing more of him around the kindergarten for a while, huh? Probably, yeah. But don't worry, I'll still try to attend as many school events as I can. Even if I'm working full-time now, I don't want it to feel like I've vanished from the kindergarten scene completely. I still want to be present, especially for the big moments. That's really good to hear. Honestly, I was a little worried. It's easy to drift away when work gets busier, but it's nice that you're thinking ahead about all that. Yeah, I've been reminding myself that this phase of our kids' lives is so short. Work is important, sure, but I don't want to look back and realize I missed out on everything just because I got caught up in a job title. Finding the right balance is tricky, but I'm trying. Well, it really sounds like you've got your priorities straight. It's not easy trying to juggle it all. Tell me about it. Some days feel like a never-ending checklist. And even with my husband helping out more, it's still a lot. But at least we're working as a team. That makes such a difference, does it not? Having someone who steps in without making you feel guilty or judged. Exactly. We've had our fair share of disagreements, like any couple, but he really stepped up this time. I'm grateful. That's great to hear. Anyway, don't push yourself too hard, all right? I know going from part-time to full-time is a big change, physically and mentally. Thanks, Gia. I really appreciate that. I'll take it one step at a time, but for now, better get back to work before my break ends. All right, talk soon, and congrats again on the promotion. Thanks. Let's catch up properly sometime soon, yeah? Definitely. Take care. You too. Celeste, hey, it's been a little while, huh? How have you been? Gia? Yeah, it has. I've been meaning to reach out, but things got hectic. I'm sorry I disappeared for a bit. You seem busy, more than usual. Well, yeah, I got moved into a new project at work, a big one, a new business division, all hands on deck. The hours have been brutal, but I can see the light at the end now. That sounds intense. It is. But I'm planning to be at the next kindergarten event, just so you know. Trying to keep things normal for Lily. Sure, not what I was really going to talk about, though. Oh? Actually, I need to say something. It's kind of a big deal. A bit awkward, too. What is it? So, I want your husband. Excuse me? I said, well, more like, I've already got him. Your husband, Bowen, he's with me now. Sorry, what? You heard me. I'm not saying it to be dramatic. I just figured you had the right to hear it straight from me instead of finding out some other way. You're telling me that you and Bowen are in a relationship? Yeah, emotionally, physically, the whole package. We're together now, Celeste. You must be joking. Do I look like I'm joking? This isn't some fantasy I made up. It happened. You remember when you went full-time at work, right? Back when Bowen started doing all the drop-offs and pickups at the kindergarten? That's when it started. I thought you two were just chatting in passing. It started like that. But, you know, when you're around someone enough, things evolve. We got closer. I tested the waters, and he didn't hesitate. Honestly, he fell into it so fast it was almost sad. And you're proud of this? I'm just being honest. He needed someone who saw him, who had time. You were always busy, always tired, always working. I was there, simple as that. You really think that justifies it? I'm not here to justify anything. I'm here to tell you the facts so we can move forward like adults. Wow, that's all you have to say? I'm not one to scream and throw things, Gia. Doesn't mean I'm not feeling something, I just don't show it like that. So you're totally calm while your husband cheats on you with someone you thought was a friend? No, I'm thinking, processing, and realizing how sad all this really is, for you especially. What's that supposed to mean? You're so excited to parade Bowen around like some prize you won, but do you even know who you just took? He's charming, smart, he treats me well. He treated me well too, at first. Until things stopped being convenient for him. Until I had goals, ambitions, things that didn't revolve around him. Sounds like you're bitter because I've got what you couldn't keep. No, Gia, I'm not bitter, I'm relieved. Excuse me? You've just freed me. I was bending myself backwards trying to hold a marriage together with a man who clearly had one foot out the door. Now I don't have to anymore. So what, you're just gonna hand him over? If he's willing to throw away our life for a few stolen afternoons, then yeah, let him go. You can have him. Wow. But let me ask you something. What about your husband? Oh, him? Please. He makes 35 grand a year and can't even change a light bulb without Googling it. I've been done for a while. Bowen was just the opportunity I needed. So you're trading one man in for another. Do you ever stop to think what kind of pattern that creates? Oh, please, don't get all righteous on me. I upgraded. End of story. Bowen's got time, money, and drive. He's a freelancer now. You knew that, right? That flexibility, it worked perfectly for us. So while I was working, you two were... Every afternoon you stayed late at the office, we were meeting up, making memories, falling in love. Right. I can see the wheels turning in your head, Celeste, trying to stay composed, but inside, you're breaking. It's okay, you can cry if you want. No, I won't give you that. Why not? You lost, I won. It's simple math. Funny, you really think you won something. But what you don't see is, now you're stuck with the same man who couldn't stay loyal for even 5 minutes. What happens when he gets bored of you, too? That won't happen. It will. Because men like Bowen don't stop looking. They just trade up, or what they think is up. Eventually, you'll just be another version of me. You're seriously pathetic. Maybe, but I know who I am. Do you? All right, enough. Let's not drag this out. Bowen's made his choice. You make yours. We can talk about divorce arrangements soon. I'll pay whatever compensation you want. Just don't try to cling to what's already broken. I'm not clinging to anything. You can have the broken pieces. I'm walking away with my dignity. Whatever helps you sleep at night. Gia, so the divorce is finalized on my end. Oh, that was quicker than I expected. I've also been granted full custody of the child. Oh, that's totally fine with me. I'm planning to have Bowen's baby anyway. Wait, seriously? Yeah. And I'll give you credit. You didn't put up a fight with the divorce. Good girl. Thanks, I guess. I finalized mine this morning too, by the way. My husband didn't resist either. He just said, give me alimony and custody of the kid and I'll sign the papers. And I was like, if that's all it takes, I'll gladly divorce you. One less headache. But are you sure about all this? About what? About him. He's not exactly what I'd call high spec, you know? Oh, here we go again. Still stuck on that? Look, I don't know what your definition of high spec is, but that ex-husband of yours, the one making $35,000 a year, honestly, I think he had more going for him than Bowen. Really? Then hey, he's all yours. Take him. That's not what I meant. But whatever, if you're happy with your choice, then it's not really my place to judge. I mean, I'm divorced now too. I don't have the right to comment. Exactly. It's pretty pathetic when ex-wives start meddling in the lives of people who are in love. Let's not cling to the past like some tragic leftover. Okay, it's not a good look. Anyway, I've got some packing to do, so I'll leave you to it. Packing? You're moving? Yeah, I got a spot in the company apartment. Luckily, my kid won't have to transfer schools. Oh, I see. Makes sense, since the place you're living in now is under Bowen's name, right? Actually, it's under mine. Wait, what? Why? My uncle owns the building. I was renting the apartment through him from the beginning. You're kidding? Nope. And since my father is absolutely furious about everything that's happened, there's no way I'd transfer the lease to Bowen. He's not stepping foot in this apartment again. Wow, I didn't know it was like that. So yeah, Bowen's going to have to move in with you pretty soon. About that. The place I've been living in is under my ex-husband's name, so I'm actually the one who has to move out. Oh, I see. Well, in that case, you two can go find a new place together. Rent a place is a fresh start and whatever works. No big deal. With Bowen, we can probably get any place we want. No need to worry, right? All right then, I'll take my leave. Okay. Bye-bye, loser ex-wife. Don't trip on your regrets on the way out. Celeste, long time no see. I've got something amazing to tell you today. Come on, don't ignore me. Celeste, hello! What do you want? Honestly, I'm just surprised you had the guts to message me. That's bold, even for you. Oh, relax. I'm not here to fight or anything. I just wanted to share some good news. This won't take long. Fine, go ahead. Okay, ready for it? Bowen and I got married. We made it official this morning. I see. Congratulations. If that's all, then... Wait, don't go yet. There's one more thing. One huge thing. All right, what now? I'm pregnant. Yes, really. Bowen and I are having a baby. You're not serious. Of course I am. I mean, why wouldn't I be? With a husband like Bowen, smart, charming, ambitious, passing on those genes is the only logical choice. Right. This means I'm now living the dream, a luxury life married to a man who earns $240,000 a year. I mean, finally. I'm out of that broke girl phase for good. Wait, did you say $240,000? Yep, that's his annual income. Crazy, right? Who knew freelancing could pay that well? Compared to your ex with his sad little $35,000 salary, I've seriously upgraded. Hold on. He told you he made $20,000? Yeah, when I asked about income, he said $20,000. So, you know, $20,000 a month times 12 is $240,000 a year. Simple math. Oh, no. Wait, are you telling me... Yeah, he meant $20,000 a year, not monthly. What? He's only been freelancing for less than 2 years. No client base, no stable contracts. That's a beginner's income. Actually, since he started seeing you and slacking off at work, his income's probably dropped even lower. This year, he might not even break $10,000. No, that's not possible. What about the alimony? The $100,000 he paid us? There's no way a guy like that just had that kind of money lying around. Oh, he paid it all right. Every last cent. How? Let's see. According to the lawyer, he drained his entire savings from before you even met. Used what was left of his severance and paychecks, and the rest? Loans. He's in debt now. Deep, probably. Debt? As in actual, real-life debt? Mm-hmm. How much? I don't know. But I do know there's next to nothing left in his bank account. You might want to double-check before you start shopping for that baby crib. No way. So I destroyed someone's marriage for this? I left everything behind just to end up with some low-spec broke man-child? Sounds like it. You know what? Maybe I should just cut my losses. Divorce him now, go back to my ex, and... Oh, didn't you hear? Your ex-husband remarried. Not long ago, actually. What? Yep, he called me personally. He's with a woman he met through work. Turns out she's the CEO of one of his company's client firms. Smart, independent, financially secure. You're lying. You have to be lying. Sorry, but it's the truth. He looked happy, too. Genuinely happy. Guess he landed himself a better deal. Why is this happening? He gets a powerful wife and a fresh start, and I'm stuck with a man who can't even afford a car? I thought I was upgrading. I deserved an upgrade. Well, you're the one who confused annual income with monthly. That miscalculation is on you. Shut up. Anyway, I should go. I've got a flight to catch. Flight? Where are you going? We're moving. My son's starting elementary school soon, and we've decided to go back to the countryside. My company has a branch office there, so they're transferring me. What? So you're just disappearing? Pretty much. There's no reason for us to stay in touch now, is there? Wait, please, just wait a second. I'll be blocking you after this. Take care of yourself, celebrity wife. I still can't believe it, honestly. Of all the reasons someone would throw their life away, Gia really thought she struck gold because she mistook my ex-husband's annual income for his monthly income. I mean, how does that even happen? She must have seen a number like 20,000 and assumed he was bringing that in every month, not once a year. That's not a misunderstanding, that's a full-blown delusion. At first, yeah, it stung. I'd invested years of my life into that marriage. To lose it over something that shallow and stupid, it felt insulting. But then as the dust settled and I started thinking about everything with a clear head, it hit me. I dodged a massive, emotionally draining, financially devastating bullet. See, what Gia didn't know, what I didn't even fully realize until after the divorce, was that my ex had already started spiraling long before she entered the picture. The man quit his job without saying a word to me, just up and left. Not even a heads up or a, hey, I'm thinking of changing careers. Nothing. I only found out when I got a call from his employer looking for final paperwork. He came home like it was any other day and acted like quitting your job in this economy was no big deal. As for his grand plan to work freelance, that was another joke. I had to basically yell at him to even try. I told him point blank, start contributing or get out. He fumbled around for months and in the end managed to scrape together a measly $20,000 over the whole year. That's less than minimum wage in some places, and I was supposed to keep supporting him? Yeah, no thanks. So when Gia swooped in, all smiles and fake lashes, thinking she'd hit the jackpot, I let her have him. She thought she was winning some wealthy, mysterious freelancer living off passive income or some nonsense. Meanwhile, she was signing up for a lifetime of debt, stress, and disappointment. Be my guest. They didn't divorce, surprisingly. I guess they figured sticking together was easier than facing the embarrassment of admitting that they were wrong, but they were not happy, far from it. Turns out my ex-husband has a mountain of debt. And Gia, who thought she was cashing in, suddenly found herself drowning alongside him. They couldn't afford a decent place, so they moved into this rundown apartment that honestly looks like it should have been condemned 5 years ago. Peeling paint, broken fixtures, neighbors that keep their doors locked tight. It's not exactly the dream life she had in mind. They both work multiple jobs now, constantly switching shifts, covering for each other's breakdowns. No vacations, no weekends, no breathing room, just clock in, clock out, survive. And because neither of them can turn to their parents, Gia burned those bridges and his family was done with him years ago. They're completely alone in their misery. Best part? They hate each other now. Word got around that the constant money stress turned them against each other fast. The screaming matches were almost nightly. At first, the neighbors tried to ignore it, but then it got louder, uglier. Personal attacks, accusations, crying, slamming doors, broken dishes. Eventually, someone called the police, then someone else. It became a pattern. It all came to a head last month when the landlord issued a formal eviction notice. The building had had enough. Too many complaints, too many disturbances. They were told to leave, no negotiation. So now they're couch surfing, from what I heard. A friend here, a relative there, burning through goodwill faster than they can find new places to stay. Nobody wants to deal with the chaos. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Kara, do you have a moment? I need to talk to you about something. Vivian, what's going on? What do you need to talk about? You work at a law office, right? Something related to lawyers? Yeah, I'm a legal secretary for a law office. Why? Is something wrong? Well, I was wondering if the lawyer you work for is experienced with divorce cases. Divorce? My boss doesn't specialize in that, but I could find someone who does. Do you know someone going through a divorce? No, it's not someone I know. It's me. I'm the one getting a divorce. Wait, what? You? You and Ben? You're joking, right? I wish I was, but no, it's real. That's why I reached out. I remembered that you work at a law firm, and I thought maybe you could help me find a good divorce lawyer. I can't believe this. You and Ben have been together since high school. You two were always so close. What happened? It's complicated. Let's just say we had a huge fight, and there's no going back from it. A fight? A fight so bad that it's leading to a divorce? What on earth happened? Like I said, it's complicated. Things have been building up for a while, and yesterday everything just exploded. There's no fixing it. I don't even know what to say. This is so sudden, but I guess if it's really over, there's not much I can do. I'll talk to my boss and see if he can refer you to someone. That would be great. Thank you. Are there any specific things you need to discuss with the lawyer? Like, do you need help figuring out what to do before the divorce is finalized? Or are you concerned about how to divide assets? If you let me know in advance, I can make sure you get the right advice. Actually, there's one thing I really need to know about. I want to understand how alimony works. Alimony? Wait a second, that means Ben did something wrong, didn't he? He cheated. No way, that doesn't sound like him. No, it wasn't Ben. It was me. What? Yeah, I'm the one that cheated. Hold on. You? You're the one who had an affair? Yeah. Vivian, are you serious right now? I am. Ben found out yesterday, and we had a huge fight. After that, there was no going back. So we decided to get a divorce. I can't believe this. You cheated? I know, it's a lot. Vivian, I don't even know what to say. I mean, I just assumed that if you were asking about alimony, it meant Ben did something terrible. But if you were the one who had an affair, well, that's why I need to know more. I want to understand how alimony works in a situation like mine. Specifically, I want to know if there's a way to reduce it. Reduce it? Wait, are you talking about Ben paying you alimony? Of course, that's how it works, right? The woman gets alimony. Hold on, you think you're getting alimony? Even though you're the one who cheated? Well, yeah, that's how it usually works, isn't it? No, that's not how it works. Alimony isn't some automatic thing women get just because they're women. It depends on who's at fault, and in this case, you're the one who had an affair. But I still need money. I mean, just because I'm getting divorced doesn't mean I won't have financial needs, and I'm only working part-time. Vivian, are you hearing yourself right now? You cheated on your husband, and now you want him to pay you alimony? I mean, yeah, why not? Because that's not how this works. Alimony is for the spouse who was financially dependent and also not at fault. You're the one who broke the marriage. Why would Ben have to pay you? Wait, so you're saying I don't get anything? Exactly. You don't get alimony if you were the one who caused the divorce. If anything, you might have to pay Ben. What? Women can be ordered to pay alimony? Of course. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. If you're the one who cheated, you're the one responsible. But I'm the one getting divorced. Doesn't that mean I should get something? No, that's not how this works at all. I don't understand. I always thought that when couples get divorced, the woman gets financial support. That's not how the law works. If you had been faithful and Ben had just decided to leave you, then maybe you could argue for alimony. But in this case, you're the one who caused the divorce. You don't get rewarded for that. But that doesn't seem fair. Fair? Are you serious right now? You cheated and now you expect Ben to pay for your future? That's beyond unfair. But I'll have expenses after the divorce, and I'm planning to marry the guy I had an affair with. It's not like I can afford to lose all financial support. Wait. You're telling me you already have plans to marry the guy you cheated with? Yeah. Unbelievable. What? Vivian, you're asking Ben to pay you money so that you can start a new life with the man you cheated with. Do you hear how ridiculous that sounds? I mean, I just thought that's how it worked, that the woman gets support. No, that's not how it works. And even if it did, do you seriously think Ben would just accept that? I don't know. I just don't want to struggle financially. Vivian, listen to me. This isn't about you struggling financially. It's about consequences. Actions have consequences. You made a choice, and now you have to live with it. You can't just expect Ben to finance your new life. But I really thought I'd still be entitled to something. You're not. If anything, Ben could sue you for damages. He could demand financial compensation for emotional distress. What? Yeah, if he wanted, he could sue you. And if the court sides with him, you might end up paying him instead of the other way around. That's insane. No, what's insane is thinking you deserve alimony after breaking your marriage. I didn't think it would be like this. Vivian, I think you need to take a step back and really think about what you're asking for. I guess. I just thought things would work out in my favor. Well, they won't. You made a choice. Now you have to deal with the consequences. I don't know what to do now. Find a good lawyer and prepare yourself, because this divorce isn't going to go the way you thought it would. Kara, what am I going to do? This is a nightmare. I didn't know I'd have to pay alimony. Yeah, I kind of figured you didn't. I mean, isn't that something only guys pay? Like the husband supports the wife after the divorce. That's how it works, right? No, Vivian, that's not how it works. It's 2025, not the 1950s. Alimony isn't about gender. It's about who's responsible for the marriage ending. And in this case, that's you. This can't be happening. I thought I'd be the one getting paid, not the other way around. Yeah, because screaming for a divorce after cheating on your husband is such a winning strategy. I didn't think it through, okay? I was angry. Ben was yelling at me. What was I supposed to do? Just stand there and let him tear me apart? Honestly, yeah. You kind of should have. You betrayed him, Vivian. He had every right to be furious. What did you expect? That he'd just shrug and say, "Oh well, no big deal"? I know I screwed up. But he was constantly losing it. He was yelling, crying. He even called me disgusting. Do you have any idea how humiliating that was? Vivian, seriously? You're upset because he made you feel bad? What about how you made him feel? You shattered his trust. You took the life you were building together and set it on fire. Did you really think there wouldn't be consequences? I didn't think it would be like this. I thought maybe we'd fight, he'd cool down, and we'd work through it. I never imagined it would actually lead to divorce. Well, it did, and you're the one who pushed it there. But what if I take it back? If I say I don't want the divorce anymore, maybe we can stop everything, right? It doesn't work like that. You can't just hit rewind. If you're the one at fault, you don't get to change your mind when things get tough. And let's be honest, do you really think Ben wants to fix things after what you did? I don't know. I thought maybe, deep down, he still loves me enough to try. I'm not sure love works like that after betrayal. And if he's serious about leaving, there's nothing you can do to stop him. But I didn't mean it. When I screamed that I wanted a divorce, I wasn't thinking straight. I was just lashing out. I thought I had the upper hand. I thought I'd be walking away with alimony, not a bill. Wow, you really didn't think this through, did you? I didn't think I needed to. I mean, I'm the wife. Doesn't that mean I'm supposed to be the one who gets support? No, you cheated, Vivian. Cheaters don't get rewarded. They pay. And the worst part, you didn't just ruin your marriage, you blew up your entire life. I didn't mean to ruin everything. Intentions don't matter, actions do. I can't believe this is happening. And now that Ben's left, I don't even know where he is. You think he's coming back? I thought he would. I thought he just needed some time to cool off. But it's been over a day and I haven't heard from him. He's probably at his parents' place. If he's at his parents' house, then they already know. No, oh, no way. Vivian, be real. You think his mother, would keep quiet about something like this? You know she's probably already called half the family, and I wouldn't be surprised if your parents are next. Oh my God, if my parents find out, oh, Cara, they'll kill me. Yeah, well, maybe you should have thought of that before you blew up your marriage. I can't believe this. I have to do something. There has to be a way to fix this. What if I get a lawyer, a really good one? A lawyer can't perform miracles. This isn't some legal loophole you can wiggle through. You cheated. The law is pretty clear on that. But I already told my boyfriend he wouldn't have to worry about anything. I promised him Ben would be the one paying. If it turns out I have to pay, and a lot, he's going to freak out. Wait, you already told him he wouldn't have to pay anything? Yeah. Oh, Vivian, that was stupid. I didn't know, okay? I thought it was a sure thing. Well, it's not. And you know what's worse? Ben can also sue your boyfriend for damages. What? He can sue him. Your affair caused emotional and financial harm. The law allows Ben to go after both of you. No. This can't be real. He can't do that. He absolutely can. How much are we even talking about? I mean, it can't be that much, right? Depending on the circumstances, somewhere between 20 and 30,000. 30 grand? Each. Each? You mean my boyfriend has to pay 30,000 too? Yeah, welcome to reality. He's going to lose it. We don't have that kind of money. Yeah, well, should have thought of that before you cheated. But if we split it, it's only 15,000 each. That's still doable if we cancel the honeymoon. Hold on. What did you just say? If we cancel the honeymoon, we can cover it. Vivian, it's not 30,000 combined. It's 30,000 each. You owe 30,000 and he owes 30,000. No way. That's insane. That's how it works, and it gets worse. How could it possibly get worse? Your boyfriend is married, right? Yeah, why? If his wife finds out, and trust me, she probably will, she can sue both of you too. What? You heard me. Another 30,000 each. No way. That's $60,000. I don't have that kind of money. Not my problem. I'm just a part-timer. What happens if I can't pay? If you can't pay, the court can garnish your wages. Every paycheck you get, it'll go straight to them. No. There has to be a way out. Your boss is a lawyer. Can't he fix this? Vivian, no lawyer can make this disappear. But there has to be someone who's never lost a case. This isn't a TV show. There's no magic lawyer who can clean up your mess. You did this to yourself. Why is this happening to me? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because you cheated on your husband and then acted like you were the victim. You're supposed to help me. You're my friend. I am helping you. I'm telling you the truth. Forget it. I'll find my own lawyer, someone who actually knows what they're doing. You're useless, Cara. Don't ever contact me again. Vivian, wait. Goodbye, Cara. Unbelievable.
Cara, it's been a while. It's Ben.
Wait, Ben? Are you okay? I've heard a lot from Vivian, but are you really all right?
First off, I just want to apologize for all the trouble that Vivian caused you. I've heard she really made a mess of things over there, and I just feel terrible about it. But anyway, I'm relieved to say that things with the divorce have finally settled down. It's been a long process, but it looks like we've reached a point where things are at least somewhat wrapped up for now.
I see. Well, that's good, I guess. It's a relief, but at the same time, I'm still not entirely sure what happened. So what happened after everything settled? If you don't want to go into too much detail, I completely understand, but I can't help but be curious. You've been through a lot, and I just want to know how you're holding up.
Honestly, I actually want to share the whole thing with you. I still can't believe Vivian turned out the way she did. I thought I knew her, you know? It's been one shock after another, one unbelievable moment after another. I really had no idea how much things had spiraled out of control.
What on earth did she do? I can't even imagine.
Well, here's where it all started. She actually showed up for the meeting we set up for the divorce proceedings, but you won't believe this. She brought the guy she's been seeing along with her. I had already invited Vivian's parents, and to be honest, I wasn't expecting it to be so tense. But she made it even worse by inviting the guy's parents and his wife to the meeting, too. And when we all sat down to talk, out of nowhere she turns to his wife and yells, "Why are you here, you homewrecker?"
Wait, what? The homewrecker was Vivian. How could she say something like that? Especially in front of everyone, including the lawyer.
Yeah, it was right there in front of the lawyer. And as if that wasn't enough, she went on to say, "Since you don't have a lawyer, you should leave too." Can you believe that?
What kind of reasoning is that? She's the one who's been messing around, and she has the nerve to say something like that? Ugh, unreal.
Exactly. It was completely off the rails from the start, and things only got worse from there. I'm still in disbelief about it.
So what happened next? Did you manage to get anywhere with the actual discussion?
Well, once things settled down a little, we started talking about the divorce itself, dividing the assets, figuring out the alimony, all that. But then out of nowhere she says, "We both quit our jobs, so we can't pay any alimony."
Wait, they both quit their jobs? Both of them? Why on earth would they do that? What is the reasoning behind that?
Apparently Vivian had told them that if they couldn't afford to pay, the wages would be garnished, and I don't know how, but somehow they came to this wild conclusion that if there was no income, there would be nothing to garnish. So in their minds, if they didn't have jobs, they didn't have to pay anything. Can you even imagine?
That's the most ridiculous logic I have ever heard. So they quit their jobs because of that? That's insane. It sounds like something out of a bad comedy. They really did that?
I know, right? It's almost like they thought they could get away with anything. So then our lawyer had to step in and explain that the money would definitely be collected, whether through wage garnishment or another means. But then Vivian says, "Well, if you get a lawyer, could you at least wait until we get one to discuss the alimony? It's unfair that you have one and we don't." She also said, "If we do get a lawyer, can you reduce the alimony?"
Wait, what? She wants to get a lawyer, but then asks for a reduction in the alimony if they do? What's going on in her head? That's just baffling.
I don't even know. I really don't understand it myself. And to make matters worse, she started acting like my lawyer was the enemy, like we were on opposite sides. Right in front of our lawyer, she says, "I'll pay double what Ben will pay if you come over to our side." I'm just sitting there completely dumbfounded. Our lawyer was so embarrassed that he just gave a half smile, but I couldn't stop thinking, how did I end up married to someone like this?
Wow, that sounds like a nightmare. I can't even begin to imagine how embarrassing that must have been for you. So what happened after that? Was the meeting just over after she made such a scene?
It was definitely a turning point. At that point, Vivian's parents had to intervene and pretty much shut her and the guy up. Once that happened, things started moving along a lot more smoothly, surprisingly. Vivian's parents agreed to cover the alimony for now, and Vivian would pay them back once she finds work again. For the guy, well, they decided to sell everything he owned, his house, his car, all his personal belongings, and use the money to cover the alimony. They even promised to handle the child support. Finally, I got her to sign the divorce papers.
So it seems like everything eventually worked out, though it's hard to say if it was for the best. Sounds like a relief, but I can't imagine how mentally exhausting all of this must have been.
I'm completely drained. Physically, I feel like I ran a marathon, but mentally, I feel like I've been through some kind of war. I swear, it felt like I was talking to an alien half the time. I don't even know how to explain it. I just want to forget all of it for a while.
So now that things are finally wrapped up, what's next for you? Are you planning on staying in the same place, or are you going to move out?
No, I'm definitely moving out. The apartment is too big for just me, and honestly, I don't feel safe anymore. I'm worried that Vivian might start stalking me, so I've even requested a transfer at work to make sure I'm away from everything.
What a disaster. I'm really sorry things turned out like this. I'm just trying to understand how she ended up like that. How could she go from being someone you could trust to this?
I don't know. It's like infidelity just drove her completely crazy. It's been a real eye-opener for me. Anyway, I've decided that I need to take some time for myself, just to rest and recover from everything that's happened. I really appreciate you listening to all of this. I don't think I could have made it through without people like you to talk to.
Of course, I'm happy to listen. Honestly, I was really concerned about you. You should absolutely take some time to rest and get your mind and body back in order. You've been through so much and you need that time to heal.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. Anyway, I have to get going. I still have a lot of moving to do, and I've got a few other things to take care of.
All right, well, take care of yourself. We'll talk again soon. I'm here if you need anything.
Thanks again, Kara. I'll keep in touch. Take care.
Afterwards, Ben was transferred to a branch outside the state and had to move. It was a significant change for him as everything in his life seemed to shift, and he was left to navigate a new environment, new colleagues, and a whole new way of living. Moving wasn't easy, especially when you had so much to leave behind. He couldn't help but feel a strange sense of relief as he packed his things, knowing that the physical distance would somehow lessen the emotional one. Meanwhile, Vivian stayed behind. She returned to her family's house to live under their watchful eyes, a decision that made Ben feel a little uneasy, though he couldn't pinpoint exactly why. The family dynamic was complicated, and Vivian's debts had piled up. Her sense of responsibility for them was overwhelming, and the pressure to repay everything seemed unbearable. Still, she didn't want to burden her parents more than she already had. She quietly tried to mend the mess she created, taking on odd jobs and working tirelessly to reduce the debt. But her life wasn't as simple as that. In the beginning, Ben didn't hear much about her. She was busy with her financial struggles and had her own battles to fight. But as time went on, he couldn't ignore the feeling that something wasn't right. He began to notice subtle signs that suggested Vivian wasn't moving on. Her messages started to appear at all hours of the day and night. Long, winding texts filled with details about her life, about what she was doing, how she was feeling, and how she couldn't quite shake the memories of what they had shared. At first, Ben thought it was just a moment of weakness, a lingering attachment that would eventually fade. But it didn't fade. Instead, it grew, intensifying with each passing day. He would hear from mutual acquaintances that Vivian had been asking about him, lingering in places where she knew he might be. It wasn't obvious, not at first, but it soon became undeniable. Vivian's life was spiraling into something that felt less like a person struggling to move forward and more like someone trapped in the past, unable or unwilling to let go. Ben had expected this. He knew her well enough to anticipate that she wouldn't simply walk away from everything they had been, especially given the depth of her emotions and her obsession with the idea of them together. And as much as he wanted to help her, to offer guidance or even comfort, he also realized that it was no longer his responsibility. He couldn't take that burden on his shoulders again, not after everything that had happened between them. So he did his best to keep his distance, to ignore the signs that she was beginning to cross boundaries that should never have been crossed. But Vivian didn't seem to understand. The more Ben pulled away, the more she seemed to be drawn toward him. It wasn't enough to send a few messages. She began showing up uninvited at places he frequented, trying to find him, hoping to see him again, even if just for a fleeting moment. She would wait around outside the places he worked, hoping he might accidentally pass by. And when he didn't, she would simply wait longer, her patience unyielding. It all came to a head one night when Vivian made her most drastic move yet. She snuck into the apartment building they had once shared, the one where they had spent so many nights talking, laughing, fighting, and growing together. Ben had long since moved out, but the memories lingered in the halls, the walls, and in every corner. Vivian couldn't let go of that space, couldn't let go of the idea of what their life could have been had things gone differently. That night, as the moon cast a pale glow over the city, she made her way to the entrance of the building, hoping to find a way inside. She knew it was wrong, knew she had no business being there, but the urge was too strong. She couldn't stop herself. She was lost in a world of her own making, unable to break free from the pull of the past. However, what she didn't expect was that someone would notice. Someone had seen her standing by the door, her presence an unsettling anomaly in the quiet night. A neighbor, someone who had no idea who she was or what she was doing, had recognized her from past interactions and called the police. By the time Vivian had gotten close enough to the entrance to try and make her way in, the flashing lights of a squad car were already approaching, the sound of sirens piercing the air. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Sandy, just checking in. Are you all settled into your new house yet?
Hi, Joanne. Yes, pretty much. Still a few boxes here and there, but we're getting there.
Well, that's great to hear. You must be so excited. This is such a lovely neighborhood.
Definitely. Everyone's been really kind so far. Thanks again for dropping by that pie the other day. It was delicious.
Of course, my famous apple cinnamon. So, listen, I was thinking, now that you're all moved in, how about a little girl time? There's this adorable cafe just a few blocks down I love. Super chic.
That sounds really nice. I actually appreciate the invite, but I start work today. I'll take a rain check, though.
Oh, wait, work? As in a job?
Yep, just part-time to start. Gotta get back into the swing of things, you know?
Oh, that's surprising. I just figured you were a housewife like me. I mean, we've got so much free time during the day. It's perfect for catching up, brunch, spa days.
I wish, but yeah, I wanted to get back into working. It's something I've been planning for a while.
Ah, I see now. So your husband must not be pulling in much, huh? Oh, that's rough. You poor thing. Must be hard needing to work just to keep things afloat.
It's not really like that. I actually want to work. It's something I enjoy, and it keeps me busy. Plus, a little extra income never hurts.
Oh, honey, don't be shy about it. We all make do. My Derek's got a great salary, so I've never had to lift a finger. He says a well-rested wife is a happy wife, huh?
That's nice. Everyone's got their own way of doing things, I guess.
Still, I can't imagine clocking in while your man's out doing the same. That sounds exhausting. You'll be so wiped by dinner, poor thing.
I think I'll manage. I'm actually kind of excited to get started.
Well, you're a trooper. I'll give you that. Meanwhile, I will be heading to that cute little cafe I mentioned. Probably sipping on a lavender latte, catching up on my podcasts. Doesn't that sound divine?
Sounds lovely. Enjoy your day, Joanne.
Oh, I will, sweetie. You try not to overdo it at work, okay? Don't let those heels blister. Sandy!
Joanne, is something wrong?
I cannot believe what I just saw.
You're scaring me a little. What did you see?
You were walking right into the Keller house.
Oh, is that what surprised you? Well, it's a pretty simple story, actually. You remember the job I told you about a month ago? I'm working for the Kellers now.
Work? At the Kellers?
Yep, it's been a few weeks now. They're really lovely.
Well, I didn't realize you were that close with them.
Yeah, actually, they've been very welcoming since I moved in.
Especially Mr. Keller, I assume.
I wouldn't say especially. I usually see both him and Mrs. Keller when I'm there.
Oh, you see her too?
All the time. She's always around, very hands-on.
Interesting. Oh, very interesting. And does she know exactly what you're doing with her husband?
Oh, definitely. She was the one who asked me if I'd be interested in the job, actually.
Oh, that's surprising.
Why's that?
Most women wouldn't be so, generous to their husbands. That Mr. Keller must be quite the happy husband.
Yeah, Mrs. Keller is a regular saint, for real. She cares more about her husband than anyone else I've met.
I'll bet she does, Sandy.
She's extremely supportive of me, too. She tells me that I'm even a bit more qualified for the job than her.
Uh-huh. Well, I guess she would know what her husband likes better than anyone else, so that makes sense.
Oh, I don't just do work for Mr. Keller. Mrs. Keller gives me various things to do for her, too.
My goodness, Sandy, I'll bet you work up one heck of a sweat.
You can say that again. It's hard work at times, but it's rewarding, and the Kellers are always super appreciative of my work, especially Mr. Keller. He tells me all the time life would be way less fun for them without me around.
I'm sure he does. Must be nice having a man like that giving you so much attention.
To be honest, he usually just sits back and lets me do my thing most of the time.
Wow. Well, I gotta say, you're lucky, Sandy. So many of us would love to be in your shoes.
Really? I hadn't realized.
Oh, yes. There aren't many positions in this town that come with such perks.
It's definitely been a good fit so far.
You know what? I'll make you an offer. Let me take over for you.
Huh? You mean you want to take the job?
Exactly. I've got the time, the experience, and I think the Kellers would appreciate someone a bit more, seasoned.
That's kind of you to offer, but I really enjoy what I'm doing right now.
Of course you do. I'm sure you feel very fulfilled.
I do. It's been a great experience all around.
But I'm just saying, I would be way more capable of pleasing Mr. Keller than you are. As for Mr. Keller, well, I don't know, I'm not too interested in that sort of thing, but I think I might be able to get used to it.
Oh, I'm not sure how to respond to that.
You could respond by realizing that you're outclassed and letting the more capable and willing woman take the job.
I have a contract with them and everything, though. It's not exactly something I can just hand over to you.
Then you should have told me about this before you took the job. If you had said one word to me about this, I would have jumped at the opportunity.
Well, I didn't know you were interested, and you seemed like you were pretty happy being a housewife, so...
It's just selfish, Sandy, honestly.
Selfish? I don't understand.
You act so modest, but you're clinging to that job like it's your lifeline.
I'm sorry if it seems that way. I really don't mean to come off that way.
You moved in here like some quiet little thing, but now you're throwing your weight around like you own the neighborhood.
I haven't tried to do anything like that. I just keep to myself and go to work. That's all.
Maybe you think that's all, but people notice things, Sandy. People talk.
I guess I didn't realize anyone was paying that much attention to me.
Maybe you should start realizing it, and maybe you should think long and hard about whether it's worth making enemies so early in your time here.
Enemies? I really hope that's not how this has come across. I was just answering your questions.
You can't hide anything from me, Sandy. I know exactly what you're doing. You're trying to hog Mr. Keller all to yourself. Well, guess what? This is officially war, Sandy. I'm gonna take that job from you one way or another. Guess what, Sandy? You don't need to bother showing up to work anymore.
Wait, what? What do you mean? I was just there this morning.
Oh, you poor thing. Nobody told you. Oh, that's awkward. I'll be taking over from now on.
Taking over what exactly? I'm a little confused.
Your job, sweetie. Honestly, I don't blame you for being slow to catch on. It must be a bit jarring losing your position like this.
That's news to me. I've been doing what I was asked, and everything seemed to be going fine.
Mr. Keller and I had a lovely little chat. I explained that I'd be far more capable than you. I mean, I practically ooze experience.
That's strange. He didn't say anything to me about making any changes.
Well, he probably didn't want to hurt your feelings. But let's be real, Sandy. You never really fit the part. You're just a temp in a world of full-timers.
Hold on. I didn't hear anything about this at all. Mr. Keller didn't say a word.
It sure seemed that way, but clearly Mr. Keller had other ideas. He offered me $50,000 to take over for you.
$50,000? What kind of job do you think I have? That's more than I make in an entire year.
Oh, sweetie, of course it is. But he's paying me that much. I guess he saw my potential.
I'm sorry, but this is sounding a little strange. There's no promotion or job offer like that in what I do.
Oh, Sandy, you're still pretending you don't know, aren't you? Still playing the innocent card? Adorable.
I'm not sure what you're getting at. I was under the impression we were still talking about work.
Oh, we are. Your version of work just happens to involve special services for Mr. Keller. Don't worry, I'm not judging.
Special services? Joanne, I think there's been some kind of massive misunderstanding.
Come on now, Sandy. You don't really think people believed you were going over there every day for some little desk job, do you?
That's literally what I was doing. I'm really confused here.
Let's just say I figured out the real reason he kept you around. But clearly I'm more his type. He's leaving his wife for me.
Wait, what?
You heard me. Mr. Keller is divorcing that icy woman of his and marrying me instead. Isn't life fabulous? I'm really not following any of this. Are you saying he told you this directly? Oh, he didn't need to say a word. The way he looked at me said it all. And when he wrote that check, I knew. I've seriously heard nothing about this. He and his wife seem totally normal today. That's just because you don't know what to look for, but that's okay. You were just a placeholder, Sandy. A placeholder? Someone to keep him distracted until I came along. He knows what he wants now. If this is about whatever you think my job is, you're way off base. Am I? Then why do you think he had you come over during the day when no one was home? Because that's when I was scheduled to work. It's not a secret. Right. Well, not anymore. You can go back to whatever little side gig you had before because your services won't be needed. I still don't understand why you think this is your job now. Because I'm the one he wants. I'm the one he's keeping. He doesn't need what did you call yourself? An assistant? Oh, please. That's not even my title, but it sounds like you're pretty convinced. Oh, I'm more than convinced. I've been upgraded. I'm not just taking your job, I'm getting a promotion. A promotion? Again, that's not really how it works. Of course it is. Mr. Keller understands value, and let's face it, when he compares me to you, there's really no competition. If you say so. Oh, don't look so down. I'm sure there's a perfectly good grocery store somewhere that's hiring. I'm not sure what you think I've been doing all this time, but that's not it. Doesn't matter now. You're out, and soon I'll be living in that big fancy house with him. You're really convinced about this, huh? Conviction isn't necessary when facts are involved, and the fact is, he no longer needs a sex therapist like you. He has me now. Wait a second. What? A sex therapist? Joanne, I'm just their maid. Excuse me? I'm just the maid, Joanne, that's all. You're just the maid? That's right. Why? Is something the matter? Wait, no. Oh, that can't be it. That's not the kind of role Brian hired you for. Oh, Mr. Keller didn't hire me directly, actually. Mrs. Keller put in a request to the agency just before I signed up. We got matched the same day. It's been a really great fit. What do you mean Mrs. Keller requested you? She contacted the maid service. I was assigned to the household. Nothing mysterious about it. So you're not, offering special services or something? Special? No. I think you might be watching too many soap operas, Joanne. I'm just a maid. I dust shelves and clean floors. Well, that doesn't make sense. He said he fired you and gave me your job. I was literally just there today. I restocked the kitchen and vacuumed the den. He didn't say anything about that? He said I was taking over, that I was getting a promotion, that I was going to be his personal in-house support. Support? Wait, what exactly did he tell you? He said he was finally free to be with the woman he really wanted, and that I was replacing you. Oh, Joanne, I think you've been very seriously misled. So you're not sleeping with him? Absolutely not! I am genuinely disturbed you thought that. But there's no way that I could sleep with him in the first place. He's bedridden. Bedridden? Yes, Mr. Keller had surgery a few months back. He can't leave his room. That's why Mrs. Keller needed help keeping the house in order. I take care of the cooking and cleaning while she takes care of Mr. Keller. Then who was I with? I've been meaning to ask you about that, actually. You said Brian told you all this? Yes, Brian Keller. Yeah, Brian Keller. You thought he was the Mr. Keller? Isn't he? No. Brian is their son. He's not the one I work for. What? The elder Mr. Keller is Brian's father. He's the one who owns the house, and he's the one who's bedridden. Brian doesn't even live there. He was just staying for a few days while he looked for an apartment. Oh, that can't be right. It is, though. I've met Brian a few times in passing. The family really doesn't talk about him much. Why not? Well, from what I understand, he's not exactly stable, doesn't hold down jobs, has a bit of a record, you know. He's a textbook ne'er-do-well. What kind of record? A criminal one. What other kind is there? As for what he's done, I didn't ask for the details, but Mrs. Keller wasn't thrilled he was back. Which brings me to my next question. How much did you say Brian gave you to be his sex therapist? $50,000? Why? That's funny, because that's the exact amount missing from the family safe. What?
I'm having tea with Mrs. Keller right now. She was just telling me this morning that $50,000 disappeared. She's been beside herself.
No!
I think you've been scammed, Joanne.
That can't be.
Did Brian say where the money came from?
He said it was a bonus from work.
Joanne, Brian hasn't had a job in years.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Yeah, Mrs. Keller already filed a police report. She also asked me to let you know she expects the money back immediately.
I don't have it anymore.
What? You spent it already?
I didn't think I'd need to give it back.
But it's only been a few weeks. How did you spend $50,000 so fast?
I hired a divorce lawyer.
That's some lawyer.
He's the best in the city. My husband demanded a divorce as soon as he found out about Brian.
Oh, wow. Well, you had to have seen that coming, but that can't have cost you all of that $50,000.
I also bought some things.
What kind of things?
Oh, you know, some clothes and some shoes and some jewelry, just a few essentials.
Essentials?
I needed to look my best. Brian said we'd be going on lots of trips once he got the inheritance.
Inheritance? Did he tell you he was inheriting something?
Yes, he said his father was dying and leaving everything to him.
Mrs. Keller told me the opposite. She said they specifically excluded him from the will because of his past.
No. Oh, this can't be happening.
Joanne.
He can't have lied to me. He said he loved me.
I really think you need to take a step back here. He stole from his parents. That doesn't scream trustworthy.
I gave up everything for him.
I understand that this must be devastating, but you have to return the money.
I can't. I spent it.
Then sell what you bought, the jewelry, the clothes, whatever it is. Mrs. Keller wants it back, all of it.
Well, that stuff's mine now.
It was bought with stolen money. I'm sorry, but that's the reality.
I can't just give it all back.
Then find another way. You got yourself into this mess, Joanne. You'll have to find a way out.
This isn't fair.
I never said it was, but it's what's happening. You're just going to have to accept that. Oh, and you're probably going to need to get a real job.
Sandy, please, you know them. Can't you talk to Miss Keller for me?
Joanne, I really don't think that's going to help. She's already furious.
But you're her maid. She listens to you.
That doesn't mean I can change her mind. This is serious.
Oh, just tell her I didn't know it was stolen. I thought it was real.
That might be true, but it doesn't change the fact that the money is gone.
Please, I'm begging you. I have nothing left.
Maybe you should have thought of that before spending $50,000 in 3 weeks.
Sandy, I didn't mean for any of this to happen.
And I didn't mean to get dragged into your drama, but here we are.
Just one more chance. Please, help me.
Joanne, I have tried being patient. I have tried being kind, but I'm not your therapist or your savior. I clean floors. That's it.
But you're the only one who even responds to me anymore.
There's probably a reason for that.
I'm not a bad person. I just made one mistake.
One very expensive, very reckless mistake, and now you want me to fix it. I'm done.
Sandy, please don't leave me like this.
I'm blocking you. Goodbye. Joanne immediately ran to her husband and begged him not to divorce her after all. Needless to say, that plan did not go very well for her. She then resigned to the fact that the only man she could possibly get to support her was Brian Keller, so she married him. That only made things for her go from bad to worse. Not only does he not support her, he doesn't even have a job, and he frequently steals the money Joanne earns at her part-time job to go to strip clubs.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Kiara, I'm so sorry. I can't come over today.
What? Evan, no, you promised. We made plans. You swore you'd come over for a sleepover at my place. I even cooked all your favorite dishes. I was waiting for you. I was excited, and now you're canceling just like that?
I know. I feel terrible. But I swear I didn't plan this. My boss suddenly threw extra work at me, and I have to finish it all tonight. I had no choice. I have been falling behind a lot at work, so I really need to do what I've been told and continue working.
No choice? You had a choice, Evan. You could have said no, you could have told them you had plans, but you didn't. Or better yet, you could have stayed late another day to get that work done.
Kiara, please, it's not like I wanted this. If I don't finish this tonight, I'll be in serious trouble. I swear I'll make it up to you. Please don't be mad.
Ugh. I was really looking forward to tonight. I even set everything up. The blankets, the movies, the food. I really thought you'd be here.
I know, and I hate that I have to do this to you. Please, Kiara, let me make it up to you. Next Sunday, let's go to the movies. Anything you want.
Fine, but you better not cancel again.
I won't, I promise.
Well, do your best at work, I guess.
Thanks. You're the best, Kiara. I love you.
Love you too.
See you later.
Yeah, see you.
Amy, I'm so sorry. I just got off work. Is Mia asleep already? Damn it, I can't believe I missed her birthday. I'm on my way home now. I'll pick up a cake. She wants chocolate, right? Amy, please text me back ASAP.
Amy? Who's Amy?
Kiara? Oh, shit. Wait, no, forget that message. That wasn't meant for you. It was a mistake. Please, Kiara, just ignore it, okay?
Ignore it? How the hell am I supposed to ignore that? Who's Amy? Who's Mia? Evan, what's going on?
It's my sister. Yeah, my sister and my nephew. That's all. My sister's been staying over at my place, and I was supposed to pick up a birthday cake for her son. That's what the message was about. Nothing else.
Your sister?
Yes, that's what I meant. Look, I lied about work because I thought you'd get upset if you knew I was spending time with my sister. I didn't want you to think...
Evan.
Yeah?
You don't have a sister.
What?
You told me before, remember? That weekend trip we took, you said, my parents only had one kid, me. They'd love a daughter like you, Kiara.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you did. And another thing, your message didn't sound like something a brother would say to a sister. You sounded panicked, desperate, like you were trying to fix something before it got worse. Evan, tell me the truth. Who are Amy and Mia?
Kiara, I could explain.
Then explain.
I have a wife and a kid.
What?
I'm married, Kiara. I've been married for 5 years. Mia, she's my daughter. She just turned 4 today.
No.
Kiara?
No, that's not possible. You told me when we started dating, you said you were single. You said you wanted something serious. You told me you weren't the kind of guy who played around. I told you I wasn't interested in anything casual, and you agreed. You agreed, Evan.
I never meant to lie to you, I swear. Kiara, I fell in love with you the moment I met you. I couldn't stop thinking about you. I wanted to be with you no matter what, but then you said you'd only date someone who was serious, someone who was in it for the long run. And I knew if I told you the truth, you'd never give me a chance.
So you decided to deceive me instead?
I wasn't trying to deceive you. I just couldn't help myself. I love you, Kiara. I love you so much.
Shut up.
Kiara.
No, don't you dare say that to me again. You don't love me. You don't even know what love is. If you loved me, you wouldn't have lied to me for 3 years. You wouldn't have taken away my choice to decide if I wanted to be with someone like you.
I didn't mean...
You wouldn't have made me the other woman.
Kiara, please. You weren't just...
Yeah, I was. Your wife, Amy, she's your real partner. Mia is your daughter. I was just your dirty little secret, wasn't I? A plaything to keep you entertained when your real life got too boring.
That's not true.
Then why didn't you tell me?
I was scared.
Scared?
Scared you'd leave me. Scared you'd look at me like you are now.
You should have been scared of hurting me.
I never wanted to hurt you, Kiara.
But you did.
I know.
And you hurt Amy, too, and Mia. You betrayed them. How could you do that to them?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Kiara, people don't choose who they fall in love with.
Oh, screw that. Love isn't an accident. Love isn't something that just happens to you. It's choices, it's decisions, it's commitments. You made your choice, Evan. You chose your wife, you chose your daughter, and then you chose to betray them. You know what's disgusting?
What?
Mia is 4 years old. We've been together for 3 years. That means she was a baby when you started cheating. When Amy was up at night rocking her to sleep, exhausted out of her mind, you were taking me out on dates, holding my hand, whispering that you loved me.
Kiara, please!
Did you ever feel guilty? Lying in bed next to her at night after coming home from spending the day with me? Kissing her, telling her you loved her while you were also telling me the same damn thing?
I don't expect you to forgive me.
Good, because I never will. Give me back my time.
What?
3 years, Evan. 3 years of my life. My time, my love, my future wasted on you. I could have been with someone who actually deserved me. Someone who actually loved me. Someone who wasn't a liar, a coward, a cheater.
Kiara!
Don't say my name. You don't get to say my name anymore. This is over.
I know.
Delete my number. Delete my pictures. Erase everything.
Okay.
And do better. For Amy, for Mia. If you have any decency left in you, you'll never do this to anyone again.
I'll try. Goodbye, Kiara. I'm sorry that things had to happen like this, but at least nothing more will come from what you've discovered. I hope you find someone else who's better than me.
Evan, wait a second.
Huh?
You think you can just say some cool-sounding goodbye and walk away like that? No, absolutely not. You don't get to do that. This isn't some beautiful, tragic love story where we say our farewells and move on. This is a mess, Evan, a disaster, and I want you to take real responsibility.
Responsibility?
Yeah, you cheated on your wife with me. You don't think you owe her anything? An apology? An explanation? Something?
What? You want me to tell Amy everything? That I was sleeping with you for 3 years? Kiara, come on. That would just make things worse.
For who? You?
For everyone. Look, Amy doesn't know about you, right? If I just keep quiet and end things with you, she never has to know. We'll get divorced cleanly, no unnecessary drama. No one gets hurt any more than they already have.
No one gets hurt. Are you serious? Amy's already hurt. She just doesn't know it yet. And you want to keep it that way so you can save your own ass?
Why make things worse for her, for Mia? If she never finds out, she doesn't have to suffer through the betrayal. Isn't that better?
Better? For you, not for her. She deserves to know the truth. She deserves a husband who respects her enough to be honest.
Kiara, this isn't about respect. This is about being practical.
Oh my God, listen to yourself. You are unbelievable.
Why are you so hung up on this? Is this about me leaving Amy, or is this about me leaving you? Because if you're pissed that we can't get married now...
That is not the point.
Then what do you want from me?
I want you to be accountable.
Accountable?
Yes, you don't just get to lie, cheat, and then walk away like nothing happened.
What do you expect me to do? Leave Amy and Mia and marry you? Is that it? If that's what you want?
Evan, shut up. That's not what I want at all. I don't want to marry a man who lies so easily, who cheats without remorse, who thinks love is something disposable. You think you can just hop from one woman to another and it'll all work out for you? No, I could never trust you.
But you love me!
Loved. Past tense. And even if I still had feelings for you, that wouldn't change a thing. Because I finally see you for who you really are, and I hate what I see.
So what now?
I'm telling Amy.
What?
I'm going to see her tomorrow, and I'm going to tell her everything.
Wait, Kiara, don't do that!
Why not?
Because it'll ruin everything!
Oh, you mean it'll ruin your life? Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Kiara, please, I'll do anything. I'll give you money,
Shut up.
Kiara!
No, you don't get to buy my silence. I was lied to, manipulated, used for 3 years, and the only thing I regret is that Amy doesn't know the truth yet.
You're seriously gonna do this?
I am.
Then you're an idiot!
Excuse me?
You think you're the first woman I've done this to?
What?
Ha! You really thought you were special? Kiara, you were just another girl I kept around for fun! But the moment you got too demanding, I knew I'd have to cut you off. You don't matter. And Amy? If she finds out, I'll just spin it my way. I'll tell her you were a crazy stalker obsessed with me. I'll make sure she never believes you.
You're disgusting.
And you're naive.
Oh, I'm naive? You really think you can get rid of me that easily?
What do you mean?
I know where you live.
No, you don't. The apartment we always stayed in together? That's not where your family lives, is it?
I thought so. You had a separate place just for your affairs, didn't you? A little love nest where you could pretend you weren't a husband and father.
You don't know anything.
I know enough. And I also know that if I go to Amy, she'll start asking questions. And if she doesn't believe me right away, I'll show her proof.
You don't have proof.
I have everything.
Lies!
3 years of text messages, photos, voicemails, receipts, every gift you've ever given me. Do you really think I have nothing on you? Yeah, that shut you up real quick, didn't it?
You wouldn't.
I will. Well, what now, Evan?
You're a real bitch, you know that?
No, I'm just someone who refuses to let men like you get away with this.
You're making a mistake!
I don't think so.
Fine, you win!
Huh?
Go ahead, tell Amy, tell her everything!
What?
You heard me, do it!
You don't sound very concerned anymore.
Because I know how this plays out. You tell Amy, she cries, she gets angry, and then what? She leaves me? Fine, I'll survive. But you, what do you get out of this? Revenge? Satisfaction? It won't make you feel better, Kiara. It won't undo what happened, and at the end of it all, you'll just be left with the same emptiness you feel now. You think this will give you closure? It won't.
Maybe not, but it'll make sure you never do this again.
Ha! You really think you're the first woman to try and teach me a lesson?
I don't care if I'm the first or the 100th. I'm going to make sure Amy knows what kind of man she married.
Then I guess this is goodbye for real.
Yeah, it is.
Good luck, Kiara.
I don't need luck.
Kiara, what the hell did you do? What did you tell Amy?
Oh, it's been a while. I see you finally unblocked me. What's wrong?
Don't play dumb. I got home and Amy and Mia were gone. The house was empty! Do you hear me? Empty! And right there, on the damn dining room table, she left divorce papers! Divorce! And next to it, a note! I'm going back to my parents' house. I heard everything from someone named Kiara. That was you, wasn't it? You told her! You ruined everything! How the hell did you even find out where we live? How did you get to her? Answer me, or I swear to God I'll take legal action.
Legal action? Against me? Evan, please, that's adorable. I didn't do anything illegal. I just did what you should have done from the beginning.
What the hell are you talking about?
I apologized, properly, to Amy.
You what?
I owed her that much, so I found her, spoke to her, told her everything.
You!
Oh, don't look so shocked. Did you really think you could lie forever? That you could control the truth just like you controlled me? That nobody would ever find out?
How? How did you even find her?
Simple, I hired a private investigator.
You what?
Had them track down your real home. The one you kept hidden from me, and once I had the address, I went there myself, knocked on the door, introduced myself, and sat down with Amy.
You insane bitch!
Is that what we're calling accountability these days?
You destroyed my family!
No, Evan, you did that. Not me. You.
Shut up!
You lied. You cheated. You built your entire life on deception, and now, when everything is finally crumbling, you want to blame me?
You don't get it! You don't understand!
Oh, I understand perfectly. You wanted to have everything, didn't you? The perfect wife, the sweet little daughter, and a side girl to keep things exciting. And you thought you could balance it all, didn't you? Thought you could keep me in the dark, keep Amy in the dark, and just coast through life, lying to everyone.
No, that's not...
Oh, but it is.
I just... Damn it, Kiara, I never wanted to hurt anyone!
But you did. You hurt everyone.
I was lost! I was struggling! My job, my marriage, everything was suffocating me. I needed an escape.
Ah, there it is. The excuse.
It's not an excuse!
Oh, but it is. Poor Evan. So much pressure, so much stress. So what's a man to do, right? Have an affair, lie to 2 women, risk his child's future? Of course, that was the only logical choice.
That's not what I meant!
Then what did you mean?
I...
Face it, Evan, you're not the victim here. You never were. And now you're just mad because you're finally facing consequences.
This wasn't supposed to happen! If you had just kept quiet, if you had just let things be, everything would have been fine!
For who? Who would have been fine, Evan? You? Because I sure as hell wasn't fine, and Amy, you think she was happy living a lie? The only person this setup worked for was you.
Damn it, Kiara, just help me!
Help you?
Please, I don't want to divorce Amy! I can't lose my family! I can fix this!
Oh, and how exactly do you plan on doing that?
You could talk to her for me! You're the one she listened to, right? You can convince her! Tell her it was just a mistake, that I wasn't thinking straight!
You want me to lie for you?
No, it's not a lie! It's just... I mean, we can spin it! Say I lost my way, but I've seen the error of my ways! That'll change!
You haven't changed, Evan, and you won't.
I will! I'll do whatever it takes! I'll pay you if I have to. Name your price. Just make Amy stay.
Wow, that is how little you think of me? That I'd sell out another woman for money?
I didn't mean it like that!
Yes, you did, and that tells me everything I need to know.
Kiara, please, don't do this to me!
To you?
I know I hurt you. I know I did, but we can fix us.
You can't be serious.
I still love you. I do. And I know I screwed up, but I can be better. I can change. Please, just give me another chance.
I have never been more disgusted in my life.
I mean it. I'll divorce Amy if you want. I'll marry you instead. We could start over. Just say you'll stay.
Do you hear yourself right now?
Please, Kiara.
You must be out of your mind if you think I'd ever want to be with you after this.
But...
No, we are done. Forever.
No, wait, please.
And just so we're clear, if you keep harassing me like this, I will press charges. I have everything I need, every message, every transaction. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Kiara, please.
You don't get to beg your way out of this, not this time. Goodbye, Evan.
Kiara!
After everything that happened, Evan was forced to face the full weight of his choices. The divorce, as painful as it was, didn't just mark the end of a relationship. It signaled the beginning of a much harsher reality for him. The financial burden of alimony and child support was crushing, and it felt as though every part of his life was unraveling piece by piece. I had witnessed it firsthand, the decline from a man with aspirations, dreams, and a future to someone who was now drowning in the weight of his mistakes. When he nearly lost everything, his savings, his property, his sense of stability, it was as though the ground had been pulled out from beneath him. His entire sense of self seemed to have been bound up in what he had accumulated over the years, and now It was all slipping through his fingers. His salary, which had once been a source of comfort, now served only to cover his responsibilities toward the children. There was little left for anything else, not even the simple pleasures of life. His world had become a cycle of working harder just to stay afloat, while the debt piled up higher with each passing day. Watching him now, it was clear that the financial loss was the least of his worries. It was the emotional toll that truly seemed to weigh on him. There was a hollow look in his eyes, as though he was already beginning to accept that he would never fully recover from the damage he had done. Not to me, not to the children, and certainly not to himself. I couldn't help but wonder what had been going through his mind as he watched everything he had built crumble. Was there regret? Was there guilt? Or was it too late for any of that to even matter? As for Amy, her life took an unexpected turn as well. Despite the initial shock of the divorce, she made the decision to return to her family's home for support. At first, I wasn't sure how she would cope. Returning to her parents' house after everything that had happened couldn't have been easy. It must have felt like going backward, like admitting defeat in some ways. But when I saw how she started to rebuild her life, it became clear that she was doing what was necessary for her survival and the well-being of the children. Her parents, though perhaps disappointed in the way things had unfolded, seemed to provide a foundation that helped her find some stability. They didn't just offer physical shelter, they offered a sense of safety and reassurance that she desperately needed. Amy's role as a mother became even more pronounced, and though she was dealing with a mountain of responsibilities, the love she showed her children was undeniable. It was a reminder of the strength that could be found in the most difficult circumstances. She had grown up in ways she had never expected, but she did it because she had to. Her relationship with her children seemed to deepen as they all navigated this new chapter together. In time, I could see the sense of fulfillment in her face when she interacted with them. Even when the weight of her situation threatened to pull her down, she no longer had the luxury of time or energy to indulge in distractions. Instead, her focus was entirely on the well-being of the kids and creating a stable environment for them. It was an act of immense sacrifice, and in the end, it was also an act of love. For me, it was a time of reflection, one that brought forth both clarity and pain. Looking at the broken pieces of my past, I had no choice but to examine every choice I had made and every moment that had led me here. The reflections weren't always kind, they were raw and unsettling. It wasn't just about what Evan or Amy had done, but how I had played a role in all of it too. I wasn't blameless, and coming to terms with the truth was one of the hardest things I had ever done. But through that honesty, I began to understand the power of growth and the necessity of healing. In some ways, the most painful lessons are the ones that shape us the most profoundly. I had spent so much time focusing on the relationship and everything that came with it that I had neglected my own well-being. But now, as I started to see my own worth and strength, I could finally begin the process of reclaiming who I was, not in relation to anyone else, but for myself. It was during this time of self-reflection that I began to open myself up to the possibility of a new relationship. It wasn't about escaping the pain of the past or rushing into something to fill a void. It was about learning to trust again. I didn't want just any relationship. I wanted something rooted in mutual respect, understanding, and honesty. I wanted a partnership built on solid ground, where both people could stand strong individually, but also support each other through life's challenges. I didn't rush into anything. I took my time, allowing myself to heal and grow before I even considered someone else's presence in my life. And then, when the time felt right, I met someone who seemed to embody everything I had been looking for. This relationship is still in its early stages, but it feels different. There's no rush, no pressure, just a standard understanding that we are both looking for something real. It's been a beautiful experience to build something with someone who is patient, supportive, and kind. The level of trust I feel with this person is something I never experienced before, and that in itself is healing. I'm no longer afraid to believe that love can be something positive, something that brings out the best in both people. This relationship has given me a sense of peace and a renewed sense of purpose, knowing that I am no longer walking through life alone. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Erica, good morning!
Good morning, Tom.
Oh, you're as beautiful as always.
I assume this is not about work.
It's a morning message to praise your beauty.
I would like you to stop messaging me if it's not about work.
Don't be so cold. Looking at your beautiful face every morning and messaging you like this are part of my morning routine and my ultimate happiness.
I have to get ready for work, so I'm going offline now.
Oh, wait! Erica, there was something I couldn't message you this morning, but would you like to go have dinner with me tonight? Oh my gosh, I finally said it.
I have a dinner meeting with my father's clients.
Huh? Your father? Does that mean with the CEO?
Yes, I left the office 15 minutes ago. Didn't you realize, although we're working on the same floor?
Oh, I thought you were going to fix your makeup before going on a date with me.
I got permission from my father to fix my makeup in the car, but do you have any problems with that?
What about our dinner date?
I never promised you to go. I have to attend a meeting.
Then I'll also join.
No need. I'm about to arrive, so I'm going offline.
Oh, Erica. Erica, you refused the other day, but I bet you're free today. Let's go get some lunch together.
Our department has a lunch meeting today.
Huh?
We're casually going to discuss about launching our new products while we eat lunch. I'm sure our department head notified us yesterday to bring lunch boxes for lunch today.
Oops.
Don't tell me you forgot about it.
I just remembered.
Okay, if you haven't brought any lunch with you, I bet you have to ask your boss if you can hurry up and go buy some food.
Yes.
Erica, can I talk to you for a moment?
Hello, Minerva.
You were messaging Tom, right?
Huh?
Don't think like you're better than me.
What are you talking about?
I know that you secretly message him.
He does send me messages one-sidedly, but I never sent him messages first. First of all, we only talk about work.
But it's true that you've been messaging him. Even if you are the daughter of the CEO who hired Tom, you have no right to do whatever you want about him. Stop doing what you want using your position.
I've never done something you say I'm guilty of doing. And Minerva, you're also the CEO's daughter of one of our partner companies.
You're right, but
now you're working at our company using my father's connections. But aren't you planning to quit after finding someone to marry?
Yes, you're right, and Tom is the first in line. I'm never going to forgive you if you make a move on him.
You don't have to worry about it. I have someone I've been dating for some time.
Huh? You're dating Tom?
No, I'm dating Chris, the head of the marketing department.
Really?
Yes, I'm actually getting ready to marry him.
No way! I didn't know.
I don't have eyes for anyone except Chris. There is a 0% chance of something happening between me and Tom.
Oh, okay then.
Make sure you keep this a secret and don't tell anyone in the office. We're planning to make it public after discussing it with my father and my boyfriend.
Okay, well, it's pretty clear that you're no match with Tom. I hope you can stop acting suspiciously. It's so confusing. Be careful from now on.
Okay, sorry.
Root for me and Tom!
Erica, is it true that you're getting married?
Good evening, Tom. Yes, it's true. It's exactly what I sent in the office group chat. I'm getting married to Chris, the head of marketing.
So, does that mean Chris is the next CEO?
Yes, exactly.
I won't approve of that.
Huh?
Erica, you don't have to accept an arranged marriage.
Huh? It's not an arranged marriage.
Chris is 10 years older than you. It's clearly an arranged marriage.
Stop saying that. Chris and I are in love. He was appointed as the next CEO because he had the skills.
Then you could have chosen me.
Why?
I'm a skillful employee. I rarely make any mistakes. I'm good at communicating.
Just having those skills doesn't mean you can become a CEO.
Most importantly, I'm the closest to you in the office.
Huh?
We're maintaining our relationship as more than friends but less than a couple. To fix our wrong fate, let's officially become a couple starting today.
What are you saying? I never thought we were more than just colleagues.
I know. Listen, I know it, Erica.
What?
You're struggling to express your true feelings in front of your father, the CEO, and your fiancé, Chris, who your parents chose for you. You're crying in pain, taking away your wings of freedom. I'll free you now.
Are you saying that you're misunderstanding everything?
Huh?
I really feel nothing towards you. Actually, I was asking for help from my boss about the disgusting messages you've been sending me.
Are you having a hard time because Chris sends you annoying messages?
What?
That's an emergency! We must make our relationship official as soon as possible!
I'm talking about your disgusting messages.
Huh?
Please stop all this. Goodbye.
Erica! We haven't been able to see each other because we're on national holiday, but I bet you're feeling lonely and miss me so much. I miss you so much too, but don't you worry. I prepared a special present for you, who will be my wife in the future. I booked the suite room on the top floor of the YouTube Hotel today, your birthday. Let's express our love for each other above the night view of the city.
I'm having my wedding now in Guam.
What?
I'm in Guam for the past few days for my honeymoon and wedding.
What did you say? Why are you being hasty?
How am I being hasty?
It's clear that you're taking things too quickly. Erica, you're my fiancé.
I told you that I'm asking for help from my boss about this.
What?
The thing you're doing to me is problematic and goes against the company rules. If you don't stop, you're really going to be punished severely. I think you should have been punished already, considering what you've been doing to me.
Wait a minute. I just wanted to become the next CEO.
Excuse me?
I can't get fired.
You're going overboard with your actions. My father is next to me, and the CEO has something he wants to tell you.
The CEO?
You went against the company policy, and just to fulfill your own desires, you're forcefully making a move on the CEO's daughter. This is what you're doing. You can't complain even if you got fired. That's the message from him.
Okay then. Can you at least introduce me to a girl?
What?
I don't care who, as long as she's a CEO's daughter. I just want to become the CEO. I know I'm gonna get fired soon, so can't you at least introduce me to a girl?
Huh? You really don't care who, as long as she's the daughter of a CEO?
I don't care.
Okay, then I know someone.
Really?
But I think you shouldn't go for it.
Okay, got it. I'm in the suite room on the top floor of the YouTube Hotel. Tell that girl to come here without telling me her name.
Huh? Without telling you her name?
I'll turn off the lights, and our love begins in mystery where we both don't know each other. Isn't it so romantic?
Are you sure?
Yes! If I can become the CEO, I don't care about the small details.
Okay, then. Wait a moment.
Hey, Erica! Why?
What's wrong?
I made love in the darkness with the CEO's daughter, who I don't know the name of. When I turned on the lights, why is Minerva here? She's nearly 20 years older than me.
But she's the CEO's daughter.
Huh?
Everyone knows that she's been open about working at our company to look for her future husband. You're the first in line for Minerva's husband.
What?
Looks like both of you benefit from each other, so I introduced her to you. I'm happy for you. Congratulations.
No! Even if she might be the daughter of a CEO, I didn't mean...
I have plans after this. Goodbye. Actually, Minerva was a problematic employee as well. She had problems with her attitude and going against the company rules. So if she wasn't the daughter of the CEO, who was one of our business partners, she would have been fired so quickly. In the midst of that, this all happened. Well, I guess they're a good match. The two of them quit the company just like a lovey-dovey couple. Tom married into her family and took over her father's business, but it went bankrupt in just a year. The reason was because they used up all the company's money as a couple. He had to take responsibility of his reckless actions as a CEO by paying back a huge amount of debt. And now they're paying them back while living in a storage room their relative allowed them to live in.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Marshall, long time no see.
Huh? Allie? Is it really you, Allie?
It's Allie. Yes, it's me. It's been a while, hasn't it?
What? No way! It's really you, Allie? It's been way more than just a while. Where have you been all this time? 3 years without a word. I've been so worried about you.
You were worried about me? About me?
Of course I was! When your fiancé suddenly disappears without a trace, of course I'd be shocked and worried.
I'm really sorry. Thank you for being worried about me.
So what happened? 3 years ago, just before our wedding, you suddenly took off with my bank book and seal. Then you went totally silent.
I'm so sorry about that. Back then I was really struggling with some pre-wedding nerves, and with everything going on, my mind was completely overwhelmed. I just had this overwhelming urge to escape. Before I knew it, I had taken your bank book and run.
I see. Pre-wedding nerves. But why didn't you get in touch for 3 years? Didn't you think about coming back?
Well, after taking your bank book, I thought you'd be really angry with me, and I wasn't sure how to face you, so I'm sorry for not reaching out.
I see. So it was awkward and you couldn't bring yourself to come back. I'm not angry anymore, though.
You're not angry? Thank you, Marshall.
So what's going on now? You've been silent for 3 years and now suddenly you're reaching out?
Well, I contacted you today because I need a favor.
A favor?
I know after what I did, asking you for something feels a bit much, but actually, I'm sick.
What? Sick? Are you okay?
To be honest, things aren't looking good. I can't really tell you what the illness is, but I'm currently in the hospital and I need surgery.
That sounds serious.
Yeah, and the surgery costs a lot, and I can't afford it by myself. I was hoping you could lend me some money.
I see. So that's why you contacted me. How much do you need for the surgery?
Well, including the hospital bills, it's about $30,000.
$30,000? Why does it cost so much?
Well, I haven't worked since I quit my job 3 years ago, and since I don't have insurance, I have to pay everything out of pocket.
I see. But that's a huge amount of money, and I can't just give you that much. Why don't you try asking your parents?
I did ask my parents, but they said we've already disowned you. They rejected me, and now they've blocked my calls.
Ah, I see. Your parents were the ones most upset when you took my bank book 3 years ago, so I understand why they can't forgive you.
I don't have anyone else to turn to now, except for Ryota. Please, I'm begging you. If you lend me $30,000 for the surgery, I promise I'll marry you this time for sure.
What? Are you serious?
I'm serious. I wasn't ready 3 years ago, and I ran away, but once I'm better, we can get married.
All right, if you're that serious, I'll help you.
Really? Oh, thank you, Marshall.
Okay, I'll bring the money to your hospital. I'll visit you while I'm at it.
Wait, actually, I'd rather you not come to the hospital. I don't want you to see me like this, so I'll give you my bank account details instead. Just transfer the money there.
No, it's fine. I know where you are, and I know exactly what you're doing right now.
What?
By the way, hospitals these days are something else. I didn't know they had rooms in the middle of a slot machine parlor. You're playing slots right now, aren't you?
Huh? What are you talking about? That's ridiculous.
No, it's fine. I knew it all along. The disease, the surgery, and the fact that you're at the slot machine parlor right now, I knew it all.
That's not true. I don't know anything about slots. Stop accusing me of stuff.
I'm not accusing you. The fact is, when you took my bank book and ran, it was because you were too deep into gambling. You made debts and ran away because you were scared of your debts getting exposed to me and your parents, right?
No, what are you talking about? I didn't make any debts. I already told you I took the bank book because of my pre-wedding nerves. I said that.
Did you think a lame excuse like that would work? It was so ridiculous I had to hold back my laughter.
Wait, what happened to you, Marshall? You were so kind a moment ago, and now you're completely different.
Of course I'm different. I was just playing along to buy some time.
Buying time? What do you mean?
I reported you to the police as soon as I got your message. I'm sure they're already on their way.
What? The police?
Yep. As soon as you contacted me, I called them. I'm sure they'll be here soon, so you might as well give up and surrender.
Wait, what? Why the police? Why? I'm going to be arrested?
Of course! Did you think you'd just be forgiven? Taking my bank book and seal was a crime, and I reported it to the police 3 years ago. You're getting arrested, no question about it.
Wait, why now? It's been 3 years. The statute of limitations is up, right?
The statute of limitations for theft is 7 years, and on top of that, trying to scam me out of $30,000 might even make it attempted fraud.
Fraud? I didn't do any fraud.
You lied about being sick, tried to take $30,000 from me, and now you've forgotten about it all?
No, I wasn't trying to scam you. I'm really sick.
I know you're sick. Gambling addiction, right? The surgery you need is for your head, isn't it?
No, it's not that. Did you really call the police? Do you want me to get arrested? If that happens, we can't get married anymore.
I don't care. By the way, I was thinking, why did you think marrying you would be worth $30,000? Do you really think a thief like you is worth that much? That's hilarious.
Don't mess with me. You said you'd forgive me before. You said you'd help me. You liar!
When did I say any of that? I said I wasn't angry, but I never said I forgave you. I said I'd cooperate, but I never said I'd pay you anything. I haven't lied about a single thing, unlike you.
That's just nitpicking. Hey, if I get arrested, it'll be a problem for you, too. I'm your fiancé. Everyone will talk about you behind your back. Do you want that?
How long are you gonna keep pretending to be my fiancé? I got married 2 years ago.
What? You're married?
Yes, to my childhood friend May. When you took off with my bank book, I was depressed, but she was there for me, supporting me. We knew each other well, and before long we were married.
That's a lie. You wouldn't marry without telling me.
Why do you think you have any say in my marriage? It's none of your business.
Of course it's my business. I'm your fiancé. If you marry without telling me, it's cheating.
What are you talking about? Our engagement was broken off a long time ago. When you ran off with my bank book, I talked to your parents, and we ended the engagement that day.
I didn't agree to that, so the engagement is void. Divorce her now. Marry me.
Did your brain rot over the past 3 years? Who would marry a thief like you? Our engagement was long gone, and I'm not divorcing anyone.
Why? Why is this happening? What went wrong?
If you still don't know what went wrong, you can ask the police when they get here. Well then, I'll go to the trial and watch. Make sure you atone for your actions.
Wait, Marshall, please help me.
After everything that had happened, Allie was arrested when she tried to escape from the slot machine parlor. It seems like she couldn't stay out of trouble no matter how many chances she had. It was clear that she was trying to run away from the mess she had made of her life, but that only led to her downfall. She had stolen my bank book and seal, using them to empty out my account. This alone was enough to charge her with theft, but the situation only worsened when it was discovered that she had attempted to defraud me of $30,000. That was considered attempted fraud, and it was enough to make her criminal charges pile up. What really sealed her fate, however, was the further investigation that followed. As the authorities dug deeper into her life, they uncovered a trail of other crimes she had committed over the years. It didn't take long before they had enough evidence to convict her, and within a very short period, she was sentenced and sent off to prison. The shocking part, of course, was how quickly everything had escalated. She had plenty of opportunities to stop, to turn things around, but she didn't take any of them. Allie had chosen to fall and fall hard. She reached a point where there was no turning back. In some twisted way, I almost felt sorry for her. She had been given so many chances, yet she kept making the wrong decisions, and now she was paying the price. They say people have the power to change their fate, to turn their life around at any moment, but she just couldn't seem to do it. Maybe she was too deep in her own self-destructive spiral to even see a way out. The authorities told me that she wouldn't be out for at least 10 years. It was hard to believe, honestly. 10 years in prison. The whole idea seemed surreal when I first heard it. It was almost like something out of a movie or some terrible nightmare I couldn't wake up from. This was the woman who had once been so close to me, and now she was going to spend the next decade of her life locked up, paying for her crimes. It wasn't just about the theft or the fraud anymore. It was about everything that had led to this. The lies, the manipulations, the betrayal. It all added up. And now here she was facing the consequences of all those choices. There were so many times when I had tried to warn her, tried to get her to stop what she was doing, but she never listened. I used to think she would get her act together, that maybe one day she'd realize what she was doing was wrong. But as it turned out, she didn't. She kept going down this dark path until there was no way back. It was almost as if she was determined to ruin herself, and no matter what I said or did, there was no stopping her. I thought back to all the times we had spent together, the good and the bad, and I wondered how things could have turned out differently. Could we have had a better future if she had made different choices? Could we have avoided this mess entirely? In the end, it was impossible to say. One thing I knew for sure was that I wasn't going to let her bring me down. I had been through enough already. I'd spent so many years wrapped up in her lies, trying to fix everything she broke, but now it was over. I wasn't going to be her fixer anymore. The past was the past, and it was time to move on. Allie had made her bed, and now she would have to lie in it. As much as it hurt to see how far she had fallen, I couldn't continue to carry the burden of her mistakes. I had my own life to live, my own future to focus on. It was a strange sense of relief when I found out about her arrest. I wasn't sure if I should feel guilty for being relieved, but I did. For the first time in a long while, I felt free. Free from the constant worry about what she might do next, free from the guilt of wondering if I could have done more to save her. But the truth was I had done everything I could, and it was never enough. No matter how much I tried, she kept sinking deeper and deeper. It was clear that she wasn't willing to change, no matter how many chances she had been given. The news of her arrest didn't come to me directly. It was actually May's younger brother who gave me the tip. He was working at the very slot machine parlor where Allie had been frequenting. He had remembered her face, and when he saw her there, he immediately contacted me. I couldn't believe it when I first heard from him. It felt like everything was falling into place. He told me that Allie was there, acting as if nothing had changed, continuing her reckless behavior just like before. He had seen her and he recognized her right away, so he decided to let me know what was going on. I wasn't sure what to think at first, but it turned out to be a crucial piece of the puzzle. But just when I thought it couldn't get more unbelievable, Allie herself contacted me shortly afterward. I honestly didn't expect that. I had already written her off, figured I'd never hear from her again, especially not under these circumstances. But there she was, reaching out to me as if nothing had changed, as if everything was still the same. It was baffling, almost laughable. She had been caught, arrested, and was facing years in prison, and yet she still had the nerve to contact me. It was almost like the universe was playing some kind of cruel joke on me, but I didn't let it bother me. In a strange way, it gave me a sense of closure. Allie had been a part of my life for so long, causing chaos and drama every step of the way, but now this was the final chapter. It was over. And as much as she had hurt me, as much as she had taken from me, I couldn't help but feel a sense of relief that it was finally done. Thanks to May and her brother, I was able to close this chapter of my life and move forward. It had been 3 long years since the humiliation and betrayal Allie had caused. And now I could finally wipe the slate clean. I could finally say that I was free. No more lies, no more manipulations. I had endured enough, and now it was time to focus on my own life. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.